another too much single color build challenge. Can't believe you've stuck with me for so many of these. And today we have got a challenge because today we are not, well actually I need to answer a question first. You guys have asked me, where is the white apartment building? Well, it doesn't belong to the Rainbow Apartments. It's the start of its own set of apartments, the Monochrome Apartments, and that's what we're adding to today. So the Monochrome Apartments is going to be from white through shades of grey to a black level, and that is where we are heading today, partly because otherwise our rainbow is going to fall over. We need a new apartment building. Welcome to LEV Toys. Today we are building with just black, too much black. It is the too much black challenge, and this is going to be a challenge because black is like this light sucking color, and I've got all of these pieces that I just have no interest in using, like these fronts of the boats and wheels and this bendy thing. Actually, I could use that one. But look at this, there's like a zip line from a Ninjago spinnery thing. So lots of things in here that I don't think that I can incorporate into an apartment building, but we got lots of interesting things too. So let's have a look at the interesting stuff. Well, actually, interesting is just what you make of something. So, but these are the pieces that particularly interest me when we're building apartment buildings. Now, we've got some animals which I don't think we're going to be able to use. We're not going to be able to use a horse or a giant cat. Maybe we could use the little cat though, or a giant octopus. The octopus would be hilarious climbing up the side. Maybe not. That would be really freaky. And a panda, a couple little, like this little toy panda, this little monkey, this penguin. So I don't know how many of these, or even if any of these, we can actually use in this apartment building. But we do have some animals that we could work with here. Maybe if we get rid of the big ones, because they're not going to really happen. We might be able to use some of these little ones so they can stick around. We've got some interesting textures and shapes and prints and stairs. Ooh. Now, black's hard because there's only black, like there's no shades of black, but we do have a few transparent pieces, though not many. So it's just gonna be black and transparent black. So we're gonna need to kind of mix it up with textures and prints and a bit of negative space, like leaving spaces out. So like leaving things out so that we've got spaces that are blank, but just to break up all that black. But let's have a look at the actual mini doll parts that we have to make a character, or maybe more than one character, to go in our apartment, and then we can decide on the theme of our apartment. Now we've got a few outfits here going on here. Most of them you can see are kind of baddies, apart from Anna there in her new outfit. And we've got, I'm not seeing a whole heap of diversity here in skin colour. So at the moment, all we've got for choices are pale skin, so fair skin. There's no dark skin tones in here. However, there is purple. Thanks for this diversity, Lego. We got purple skin. We've got blue skin. Is that blue? Like greeny blue skin for Maleficent. And there's another purple one Ursula's got. I don't know where Ursula's head's gone. So, but her body's all we need to be looking at the moment. So we're going to have to be making some pale skin characters because I don't think the coloured ones are going to go with it. We've got a few different costume choices too. A giant eyeball and a necklace. Alright, we got lots of cute stuff we can work with here. So I think we're going to have a black tie event. We're going to need some very formal gear, formal wear, and I think this is a nice outfit with Anna's top and this black skirt. Now, there is no actual plain black skirt. It normally has a print on the bottom, but I actually sanded the print off of Noctura's skirt. So, sorry about that, Noctura, but that's okay. I needed just a plain black skirt because I wanted this lovely, simple, black formal gown for our girl here. I don't like that hairpiece. Let's choose, no. She's not going to have the gorilla mask, but I really want to use that gorilla mask. I'm sure I can figure out a way. Maybe an updo. I think a formal updo would be so beautiful here. Oh, this one's gorgeous. All right, so her name, this lovely girl's name is Raven, and she is going to have a microphone because it's black, but I thought she might actually be a classical singer or an opera singer, so she probably really doesn't need a microphone for that, but we're going to put it in anyway. She might be a jazz singer. And we need another character now to informal wear, maybe a little bit more conservative. That one with the bow tie looks a little bit like a waiter. So let's choose this one. It's very, very elegant. Let's find her some a head and some hair. In fact, I know which hair I want to use. I'm going to use this hair because I just love this hairpiece. This girl's name is going to be Ebony. And Ebony is going to be Raven's accompanist. She's going to be playing the piano. Okay, so we've got Ebony and we've got Raven. Raven is going to, she can't be holding that microphone all the time. So let's make her a microphone stand first. And we can put it, well, that might be a bit tall. Let's try that out. Actually, that's really Yeah, okay. I mean, we can slide it up and down the stick, but we can do a little bit better than that. Let's change this over now, because we can use one of these studs with a hole in it and put a stick in it, a shorter stick, and that way we can make the microphone stand a little bit shorter, not quite as sticky-outy-uppy at the top. Oh, that's nice. All right, it's going to fall over until we find somewhere to attach it. So let's just leave it laying on the ground at the moment. It's really good for a microphone. And Ebony is going to need a piano, a grand piano. A black, elegant, shiny, grand, sophisticated grand piano. Did I say grand too many times? It's not really very surprising because black is generally the colour for grand pianos. Traditionally the colour for grand pianos. So let's make Ebony her most gorgeous grand piano to accompany Raven on. Now the key's going to be a problem because the keys are normally shown like this with white. Otherwise it just is too much black. Let's try these grill pieces in just black and see. I mean, we could do that, but we're going to just deviate a tiny bit from the black here. We're going to use little splashes of silver because I've never used silver anywhere else. We're going to put silver in as a shade of grey just to break up the blackness of the black, because like I said before, we've just got black and a couple of transparent black pieces and that's it. So this piano would look just a little bit dark and you wouldn't really be able to tell what it is if it was just in black. So we're going to use silver every now and then too. So these are the internal workings of the piano, all of the strings and the percussion-y bits, the hitty bits. That's probably the hammers, the hitty bits. Wow, that's so educated. The percussion bits, because did you know that the piano is actually a percussion instrument? Did you know that? Tell me in the comments if you knew that, because I'm sure some of you will try and argue with me and say, Ellie, the piano's like full of strings, which makes it a stringed instrument, right? But no, because the hammers actually hit the strings, that makes it a percussion instrument. Ta-da! It's amazing. Okay, we're up to the legs on our shiny, black, gorgeous, grand percussion piano instrument. And now we need our hingy piece to make the lid, the big lid for our black grand piano. And we're going to just put the shiny bit on here, and that's as shiny as it can get on the top. And then we need our hingy piece to actually hinge it to the rest of the piano. I think this should do quite nicely. Let's see, it does do quite nicely. And we need one more thing, we need the stick that holds it up. So if we put one of these little hooks maybe over a little bit, if we put a hook here, the magic wand, the wands from the Harry Potter sets, is perfect for a stick for the grand piano to hold the lid up. We're gonna have the lid all the way up because, yeah, Raven has got some impressive vocal cords on her. She's gonna be singing nice and loudly, so we're gonna put the lid all the way up. And Ebony needs a seat to sit on to actually play the piano, because even though she doesn't quite reach the keys there. This is the best we can do, I think. All right, we have got a magnificent piano. We have got two performers ready to do their things, and we do need to create a performance space for them, but we've got all these costumes that I really want to use. So we've got capes, which have got another colour on the backside, and we've got, yeah, this one will be good. This will break up the black nicely. And I told you I wanted to use the gorilla mask, and we can use a black sombrero. This is so much fun. And the cat mask, the black cat mask. Now, let's make a dressing room rack, like a hanging rack for all of these clothes, and then we'll make a dressing room to put in the space somehow. We'll figure this out, but we'll put the rack in first. So on the top here, we need to get these studs with the holes in them so we can actually put things on top. So we can make like things hang from the top or attach things to the top, because at the moment we just got a whole heap of sticks in there. And it doesn't work if you try and use the studs that don't have the holes in them, because they don't stick on there at all. So we need to get them through. These studs with the holes in them are so useful. You can use them for so many different purposes. And this piece here, this is going to go beautifully over the top of both ends like that. And now we need some hooks for the capes and the costumes to actually hang from. And now we've got a big empty space in the middle. So we're going to fill that with some more hooks, but we're going to hold them together with these little pieces with the jumper studs in the middle so that we can put more things on top. Ha ha! This is very exciting. All right, so we've got a fantastic dressing room rack here, and we're gonna hang the capes from it, and look at me filling this with colors, but they're black on the other side, so I can totally use them, see? And where are we gonna put this? The gorilla mask is going to need, we're gonna need to add a little cylinder on the inside and maybe a stud to be able to actually attach it up here. Actually, the stud makes it sit up just a little bit too tall. So we'll take the stud out. Just the cylinder will help it hold onto the rack on the top so that won't fly off everywhere. And now we can hang the sombrero over here, and we can put maybe this fluffy one over here. It'll add some nice texture to all of our black. And the cat mask could maybe go on the... No, it's not going to go on the top because it's going to knock the sombrero off. So we'll hang it from the hook on the front. Nice. And can I put this top hat anywhere? This little tiny top hat? I don't think I can. I might be able to figure out somewhere. We'll just see. This will do for now. So we've got a dressing room rack. We might put our little fluffy one over here underneath the sombrero. Cute. That's so cute. Okay, so that's for our dressing room, which we haven't actually built yet. So let's make our floor space. I'm using the dark grey base plates because this is actually going to be the ceiling of the level before, which we haven't built yet, of the grey level. And it's also going to break up all of our soul-suckingly black amount of everything that's going to go on top of it. So grey flooring. Let's start building a black backdrop for the performance stage. And we're going to use this as the focal piece for the back of the stage. So like the scenery, because it's so, so gorgeous. And we'll use these pieces because they got black markings on them. They're going to add a nice, just nice patterning on the back. And to break up, once again, there's so few transparent black pieces, we're going to use this to break up the black background. I find that really hard to say. Black background, the back background. And we're going to put that on either side. So there's our backing. Let's put a stage in front of it. So we're going to have to raise the stage up, because stages have to be raised, otherwise the audience can't see, because they will be on the same level. And I need to move that out a little bit. And I just need to see how... This is going to have to be quite a big stage because the piano is really enormous. So if I make this kind of curved out the front here, and I'm going to need to support them. So let's put some legs on these pieces here, and then we'll have a nice big floor area to work with, big stage floor area. If I use these little black cylindery things, that will once again add a nice texture rather than the flat black of the flat black bricks. Goodness me, that's really hard to say. Flat black bricks, black bricks, black bricks. All right, so this looks good. Okay, we've got our stage. We're gonna need some steps. Let's put some steps over here before we get too excited so that the performers have got some way to get up and down onto the stage. So just some nice simple little steps. Can you even see that? I'm finding this really hard to see because it's so black. We do have 2 steps now there. And Raven's just tried it out. It looks good. Let's see if we can fit that piano. Yeah, all right. There's not a lot of performance space left now, but Raven can just stand on the front. And now I need these to attach 2 of the legs on of the piano. That's perfect. That's so perfect. And we'll put the flat ones underneath to support the other legs. I'd love to make the stage all shiny, but it's not going to happen because I don't have enough shiny black bricks. But this will do. This will do nicely to hold on the piano. We'll put Ebony's chair in, and playing the piano is so dangerous. I'll fall off the chair. Might have to blue tack her on there. Let's move that in just a little bit closer and see if I can get her a little bit closer to those keys. Whether she just looks like she's sitting a little bit short. There we go. She can make this happen. She is virtuosic on the piano. She's going to be fantastic. Now on the front, we're going to put the microphone stand that we've already made. We're going to put Raven here, right at the front of the stage. And that microphone kind of looks as though she needs to be kind of here. So if we use this piece here, that kind of halfway's her between a stud. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it makes sense while I'm doing it. So she's now in the perfect position for a microphone stand. Let's add some decoration. So we're going to use some silver plant pots to use these black foliage, the black flowers that the only reason we have these is thanks to the Nightmare Before Christmas, the little Sally minifigure. So we've got the tiniest amount of black foliage, and that's what we're going to use to make our stage that little bit more elegant, lovely, pretty, and I just need to make sure that fits on there. So that's nice. I could make a matching one. Actually, I can't really make a matching one. Let's make one a little bit different that we can put at the back of the stage. So we'll make this one a slightly taller one. We're going to have to use the plant here to go through, and then we can put the little tiny black one on the top. That's lovely for a black plant with a black flower. And that's here on the back of the stage. It's looking gorgeous. It's not symmetrical, but that's okay. I can handle this. This is doing well. All right, so over here, we're going to make a little separate room to be the dressing room for the performers to get prepared in. It's going to be kind of dingy, and it's going to be small. Because, trust me, it's what most dressing rooms are like, dingy and small. So this is going to be reasonably true to form. But we're going to have a bit of light coming in from some windows, some pretty scratched up windows, light from the outside coming in. So it's going to be the back wall. Just trying to figure out how much space I can actually give here. I've put some of the frosted black glass pieces there, so people aren't going to be able to see in there, but it'll just let a little bit more light in. And if I use these little corner pieces, they're going to hold my two base plates together, so that's good. Now I just need to figure out where I'm going to put this across, so I've got a little bit of room at the front. This door's awesome because it's got like a poster from Livy's tour in 2015. It's an old poster. Old poster. I need to move this just a little bit further forward, I think. There we go. All right, that's good. So that's the door to the dressing room. And this has got little inward facing studs because I want to hang a mirror inside the dressing room because I know I've got a mirror on a black plate. Here, we're going to put, it's so hard to see, we're going to put a menu board, though none of this stuff is actually on the menu because none of this stuff is black, but it's pretend. Maybe this is a menu from other days when it's not just black food. They can only eat black food. Black food do we have? I'll find out. And back here, we're leaving this space empty, so we've smoothed that over. Right, dressing room time. Let's fill this in. Let's put our costume rack in. We're going to need to put some studs underneath to be able to actually attach it to the base plate. So there we go. We'll fix up our sombrero. I reckon I can put the top hat. Yes, I can. I can put the top hat over here on this side. Though, is that actually going to be able to fit now? I think it might. All right, okay, so this is the most cluttered, crazy costume rack. And of course there's going to be roller skates in here because there's going to be costumes left in here from so many productions past, so many different performers left stuff behind. Here's our mirror, which we're going to hang. It's quite a nice big mirror, though there's no lights because we've got no black transparent studs that we can use as lights. So it's just ridiculous. So well, I reckon I can put some more costume things on here. So I can put a bowler's hat over here and a fan. I can hang this up here. It's going to be just full of all the most eclectic leftover costume craziness. All right, so down here too we've got a chest. More costume stuff can go in there. And the theatre cat is hanging out here on top of the chest because of course we had to use one of the animals, at least one of the animals that wasn't going to be the octopus, in here. Right, let me see if I can fit these walls on where I need them to go. Who would have thought walls would be so hard? I think I need to move... I think I need to... Yeah, move it... oh, now my mirror's in the wrong spot. So I need to move everything inside here just back one stud. So now I've displaced everything. We need to do a little bit of redecorating, just a bit of changing around, because we have to move everything back by one stud here. So I need to take these little, these bits down here off. Gonna speed this up. Let's make it really fast. There we go. It's all so much better now. Didn't have to fix the dressing rack there, but it all fell apart when I was busy trying to fix stuff. Okay, so let's see. Raven's trying this out for size. See, this is like the perfect dressing room. It's dingy, it's dark, there's not enough light. But it just fits one performer. It's perfect. Okay, let's put our last little bit of wall over here on this side. This is turning out so well. Got a nice little mat happening on the front, and now this spot here is going to be like the little cloakroom. So this is where people leave their bags and their umbrellas before they come into the theatre. And we're going to use this strange Technique tube piece to be a nice little umbrella rack. Look at that! Black umbrella, black suitcase. This is perfect. And we just need a little bit of a railing over here. So we're going to use this black chain and the telescope pieces to make a bit of a railing just in front of the door there. Okay, let's put some bricks along the top here to pull everything together. Now this is actually going to be the top level of the Monochrome Apartments, so we don't have to have connectors and it doesn't have to be flat. So we can have these nice textured lattice pieces up here, and we can make the same kind of thing happening down here, but a little bit lower because the dressing room's not going to be at the same height as the stage area. But we'll pick it all up by one brick height. I'm just trying to make sure all of these walls are snugly held in together by the bricks on the top, and then we can lattice them. And if we arrange the lattice nicely, it can all go in together. Now this spot here, I want to hang this black banner just to break up all this black, because so hard to see with all this black, and we needed a bit of decoration. That was the best that I could find. So we've got a lovely big splash of blue blanner black. What did I just say? That wasn't even English. Right, let's make another character because we need a waiter, or in this case, a waitress, and she's going to be serving the only black food, apart from black hot dog sausages, that I could find. And it's sushi, which is perfect. We've got some sushi here. She's going to have a sushi platter, which is such an elegant food to have at this very black tie event. So we've got a different sushi pattern here, so that's going to sit up a little bit higher than the others. So she's got sushi to hand out to all the guests. And where's she going to stand? I'm going to put this here, which is going to help connect our base plates together, and she can stand here at the entryway and offer sushi to the guests as they come through. Now we need some tables, and they don't have to be particularly comfortable tables or very functional tables, because everybody's going to be eating sushi, which is basically finger food. So these tables are going to be perfect. Only problem is they don't connect to the base plate. They look fantastic, but they don't connect. So we need to add some of these little jumper studs and a smooth one here, and these are going to make the perfect foundation for our tables. Check it out! Let's make another one over here. I'm just trying to decide how far apart we can have it without... We don't want to obscure Raven. We don't want to like stop her from being able to be seen from the front, so we don't want to put tables right in front of her, so that's a good spot there. And now we just need to make some little stools for people to sit on. Once again, they're not going to be very comfortable stools. I did find some black patterned stool seats, and I can't remember what these came from. Maybe Ninjago sets or a Nexo Knight sets. They probably mean something, but they're black and they've got a splash of colour on them, so they're working perfectly now to break up some of the black. And we can fit two over here on this table over to the side, because they're not going to be in the way over here, I don't think. So we can put one over there and one here, and now I think we are pretty much filled up. We just need a black wine glass, and we need some sushi that's already been served out on a little plate. That can sit here on the table. There we go. Our too much black build is like a theatre restaurant with a dressing room and performers and sushi, and I'm thrilled with how it's turned out. Now, we can't actually add it to our white level because it's not going to be the next level. We need to have a grey level between the black and the white so that we can go up in different shades. So we can't add it yet, so we're going to have to wait for the grey build for that. So let me know in the comments if you want the grey build to be the next one or a different colour. And now is the time to remember to subscribe and click that notification bell if you haven't already done so. Leave me a comment, give the video a like, and I will be back with another, I will be back with another video very, very soon. So I will see you then. Bye!